Welcome back to the channel. Something completely new today. We're going to be solving the Guardian's quick cryptic crossword. I recommend you watch this video on 2x speed. It might get a bit long, but let's see how we go. Right, so starting at 1 across. Violent act, a bit like pancake mix. Right, pancake mix is batter, and if you're a bit like batter, that's battery, which is also a violent act. So that's a good start. 2 down. Preacher of letters overwhelmed by beer. Beer is often ale in crosswords. Come back to that. Fly northwards with love and dance. Well, a type of fly is a gnat, and if you write it northwards, that's bottom to top, you get that. And then love, like in tennis, is O or 0. Tango is a dance. Cheers for 27 rivals. Right, we need to look at 27 first then. Ministry of Defence's Scooter Squad. Well, Ministry of Defence's would be MODs, and the mods were the Scooter Gang back in the, what would that be, 60s, 70s? And then 27 rivals, the Rockers. Rockers also a type of chair, of course. Blue feathers, that's a double definition. Down, can mean either word. In hotel, gripped by a book. Hotel is always H in crosswords, or nearly always. So, oh, I see. Yes, it's A, and then tome, which is a book, a tome, and hotels gripped inside it, H, at home. The definition here is the word in. Easy to overlook that, but I think that's the answer. Preacher. Apostle? Yes. So that's post, which is letters, inside ale, which is beer. Changing direction, vicar. Hesitate, then sign off. Come back to that. Card acceptable in one half of jersey. So we're looking JER or SEY. Acceptable is OK. Yes, if you're OK inside JER, you get a card, a joker. Not quite honoured, playing for 60 minutes. Well, 60 minutes is 1 hour. Let's have a look at that. Oh yes, it's an anagram of honoured without the final D, so not quite honoured. And then playing is your anagram indicator. Vibrant tirade about broken nose. Broken nose suggests an anagram. Back to that. Tedious jobs completed at last, so D. OK with New York's redevelopment, 10 letters. Come back to that one too. Viewer plugged in here. The viewer is an eye. I suppose it's plugged into its eye socket. Right, so we've got a K here. Tedious jobs. Is that going to be donkey work? So completed at last is D. Oh, and then it's an anagram of OK New York's. Yeah, redevelopment is the anagram indicator. Excuse used before the advent of phone messaging. Yeah. So before the era of text messaging would have been pre-text, which is also an excuse. Y something X, that's got to be larynx. Cat eating a rat's head. Yeah, so it's so A and then rat's head inside lynx. And then larynx is part of the vocal cords or whatever you call it. Vibrant tirade about broken nose. Looks like the broken nose goes in here. Yes. Yeah, so a tirade is a rant. That's around the outside like that. And the broken nose goes here. Resonant, which must mean vibrant, I suppose. If you can hear thunder in the background, it's a very stormy day here. After several days of hot sun, we've got storms, thunder and lightning. Right, where shall we look now? Looked into dust storm initially in equatorial desert. Are we looking for a desert? Not sure. Boils, spuds or pasta for relative to tuck into. Gonna need some letters there. Skipping school, tour USA Northwest borders. Truant looks likely, doesn't it? How does that work? Oh, it's the borders, so the outer letter of all these bits. So Truant, truant. Oh, as a flash of lightning tears through the room. Hugo Boss announcing no neckwear for a decade. Not sure about that. Multiple events. Heptathlon, decathlon, then a cold snap. So it's an anagram of, is it an anagram of then a cold? I haven't seen snap as an anagram indicator before, but yeah, I think that gives the letters of decathlon. Some of the clientele mention water packs. Well, that's an easy one. It's in some of these words means it's hidden inside them. So here it is, E-L-E-M-E-N-T, element. Element, can't spell it. Water isn't strictly speaking an element, of course, but classically it's one of the 4 elements. So what's this? Looked into dust storm initially in equatorial desert. Can't quite see that one at the moment. Boils, spuds or pasta for relative to tuck into. Well, there's an obvious relative that can go there, isn't there? Oh, I see. Very clever, very clever. So your spuds or pasta is your carbs. Relative is uncle, put one inside the other. You get boils, which is carb uncles, which is boils not in the sense of cooking, but in a medical sense. Very clever. Where now? No neckwear for a decade. Neckwear looks like it's going to be ties. So it's going to be 90s. How does that work? Oh, I see. So Hugo Boss would be German, presumably. And in German, the word for no is nein, like this. N-E-I-N. But when you say that out loud, it sounds like 9, like we have written here, and 90s is a decade. For spies into mischief infiltrated by one taking orders in a manner of speaking. Spies is often CIA or MI6 for MI5. Don't know that one at the moment. What's left of rise may be owing. Well, owing could be due. Is it residue then? That's an anagram of rise next to due. I don't see where the anagram indicator is. It could be maybe. Absolutely torrential rain outside. Okay, making good progress. Lean to one side and sneer, agitating the audience. Well, lean to one side is list, and then we've got an agitated sneer, anagram of sneer. Listeners, who are your audience. Let's have a look at this one. Shine like the seafood in Yorkshire. Hope it's not a Yorkshire word, because as you can probably tell, I'm not from that part of the world. 8-0 around the end of June, then 8 a lot. So end of June is going to be E. 8-0 fasted. Yes, it's fasted around E to give almost the opposite, feasted. Newspaper getting by. That'll be the Times. Why is the Times getting by? Oh, I see, like in mathematics, 10 by 10 is 10 times 10. So times and by mean the same thing in that context. What's this? Mind check and vacate the set after Matilda stands in line, they say. Well, vacate the set looks like take the middle letters out of the and set, give T-E-S-T. Not quite seeing that at the moment. Let's come back to it. Shine. Twinkle. Oh yes, so winkle is a seafood. And in Yorkshire, I believe they say t something as standing for the. So I suppose that's what that's getting at. What's this then? In test. IQ test. That could be a mind check, an IQ test. After Matilda stands in line, they say. Oh, yes. This crossword was set by a compiler called Matilda. So if Matilda stands in line, he or she would be saying IQ. Very clever. Okay, we're nearly there. What's this? We looked at this. Glamour of biker escaping blitzkrieg somehow. Biker. Might be referring back to rockers. Come back to that. Changing direction, vicar. Hesitate, then sign off. Vicar could be a rev. Yeah. Hesitate is to and and then sign off, anagram of sign, S-I-N-G, reversing is changing direction. What is this? For spies into mischief, infiltrated by one taking orders in a manner of speaking. So if the spies were the CIA, I see. A manner of speaking is pronunciation. Or thunder. Okay, so for is pro. If you're a pro something, you're for it. None. Chin. Oh, I see. One taking orders is a none. Holy orders, of course. And then T-I-O-N, yeah, into mischief. Anagram of into. T-I-O-N. That's a very tough one. Well done if you got that before I did. Looked into dust storm. Dust storm initially D-S. Looked into. Do write it in the comments if you get these before I do, of course. Looked into. Studied is looked into. So that's anagram of dust. Storm is the indicator. And then IED. Oh, initially IED there. Okay. And so just this one to go. Glamour of biker escaping blitzkrieg somehow. If we take the letters of biker out of blitzkrieg, what have we got left? L, Z, G, I and T. Yeah, it's glitz, as in glitz and glamour. There we go, let's check. Excellent, no stupid mistakes, no typos. So that's it. thanks for watching. Let me know if you like this sort of thing, and perhaps we can do some more in the future. Thanks for watching. See you next time.